What is this called? Frederick? No.
Frederick plus Tanya. And we haven't heard of them at all. Episodes? Wow. All right.
I know.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back to Mr. Robot, a very wild show that is literally a reflection of our society.
Mm-hmm.
And it's frightening. Is Tyrell alive? Oh, no, he got caught by the police, right?
Yeah, he faked it.
It's crazy. Yeah. The whole thing is crazy.
And then everything was all the places were blown up except for the one in New York. So that's where we're really at. It all went down.
That's exactly
I was just like, what was White Rose doing? And then, they blew up shit.
It was like 70 or
it was like 71.
Or no, 71.
Facilities and like 400. I don't know. A lot of people died. Which is crazy.
And so someone did comment something that I guess we should take into consideration with Angela, that after she spoke to White Rose, she's been acting different or something like that. And that with Angela, she gave her 28 minutes of her time, whereas Elliot was like 3 minutes. So there's something like with Angela.
I mean, I kind of have this feeling like she's going to become the apprentice of White Rose.
Like, but why?
Because
how does he know that, or she, sorry, how do they know that she would even...
I mean, it seems like they just have a good sense of like, because they even knew, what's the old man's name? Pierce? No.
Community?
Hawthorne? No, I'm just kidding. Wait, what's his name?
Filbert.
Filbert.
Something like that. It's one of those.
Filbert Pierce. I think it's that,
Is
right?
It Pierce?
I think it's Pierce. Us all white guys are named Pierce in some way.
Chevy Chase.
But it seems like White Rose has a really good like sense of what he's doing. So I'm sure at the minute he started talking to Angela, White Rose knew.
Yeah.
And
it's interesting.
It feels like maybe did they see themselves in Angela?
Something
like that.
Yeah.
So that's where I was just like, oh, maybe this will be like your new Pierce. Maybe they'll start working together or something, or I don't know.
And I feel like Angela would fit in with White Rose.
With how she's going, yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't think there's any going back for her. Mm-hmm. I don't know. The whole thing is weird because it's like also like you can't confide in Elliot because he's two different people and one's like super dangerous. So Angela doesn't really have.
She doesn't have someone. Am I? Are you?
No, I went like whoop, and then I think I'm way taller.
All right, here we go.
I'll lean back.
I'll lean back. We're at the level. It's just.
We're ready. Let's do this.
Yes, and we are ahead on our Patreon. So if you're interested in having early access and the full-time reactions, or just supporting us, especially for this Mr. Robot, we're just really enjoying it, and I just wish more people would watch the show. I thought the show was like. I thought more people knew about it, but it seems like
when did this come out? Like
mid
2000,
like
2000. So I don't. But it is interesting, and again,
it's so good.
This happens with a lot of shows, like Peaky Blinders,
The Last Kingdom, Vikings. Even was pretty.
Yeah, it's just like
and then it was the views were interesting, but the comments were more interesting.
For which show?
For Vikings, because it was like, okay, this is cool, and then everyone's like, we hate you.
I know. It was again that
we were so passionate about the show.
We would have continued with that show if people would have just calmed the fuck down in the comment
it was
section.
just one of those things where it's like you never know.
Maybe it's just that crowd, like not everyone in that crowd, but I think the audience it attracts is
because it's like for The Last Kingdom we had a lot more support, and we were the same. We had the same feelings towards Vikings. It's not like it was any...
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know. It's one of those interesting little...
Haters.
Tidbits, but it was just interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I got into that, but here we are.
I mean, it's just like, this is another low view.
But, it's just an underrated show that's really great. So, I don't know, tell your friends, tell Twitter, put Reddit. I don't know. Just get this going.
That's testimony here that we've been watching this, even though it's not getting views. Like, that shows you that we really enjoy the show.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
It's a good show, guys.
Of course.
So. Yeah. Tell your friends.
Yeah. Tell people to just watch the show, watch the reactions, and then, if you guys want to support us on Patreon, again, those links are in our description box below.
Yes, and don't forget to like, leave a comment, and subscribe.
too. You gotta have money to be able to control everybody and help.
No, I'm not arguing that fact, but it's also just like, but just literally to put all your ducks in the perfect row, which is what White Rose does. And I feel it very much reminds me of is it Kisaki from Tokyo River? Because because like for plants it makes it, never got to get your own hands dirty, and that's like a
I
good bad guy.
Hear you. I mean, it's like, damn, she's done it again.
Yeah, well, that's
like clever. All of it I get. I just think that it's funny that whatever he is to her, I don't know, like the right hand man was
the dude.
What he's like, what you guys are doing is the biggest sacrifice to our to this cause, and it's like, well, if that's the case. And you guys, because literally, not White Rose, but the red. What are they called? They're dragon people.
Dark Army. Yes.
They will just kill themselves, and it's because they believe in this cause so wholeheartedly. Just like it's like their religion, it's their belief system, and White Rose is kind of their messiah. But the thing is, a real messiah kills them, like Jesus, for example, died, for others, and like Martin Luther King Jr. died. It's like, sadly, how he didn't know he was going to die. Of course, he probably knew that people were trying to kill him, but it's like the people who try to do the right thing usually get killed or something, or it's for a cause of something. And this person is just pulling the strings, and that's why I just can't I see the game they're playing, and they're doing the great job at it, but they're not enlightened to the point where they think they are. They're not, and it's a funny thing to see, I guess, from my perspective. Everyone has a goal, and it's just interesting because she still has an ego, and that's going to be their downfall.
I mean, but to be fair, like, as much as I hate what they've done, because it's really sad to see Frederick and Tanya go, it's just like they're very good at what they do.
Yeah,
and
they
like
scary.
It's like, again, this is all fictional, but I respect the intelligence there, the fact that they can just like have everything planned out to a T, and like trick Elliot and use like his, it's just very interesting how they're able to do this. And those kind of minds are just like, damn, you really think of everything.
Yeah.
And I guess when she was talking to Pierce, I love that remark. It's just like, I should have to tell you twice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's terrible. It's nasty, but at the same
time,
you
can enjoy it.
I am enjoying it. I think that was a really like, ooh, bitch.
I get it.
Ooh, bitch, you got him. Like,
I get it.
Good for you for being the ultimate bad guy. Yeah. Like, you're doing your job well.
Yeah.
So,
it's very entertaining.
It's interesting. I mean, and even this, just the fact that they just planned the suicide thing. I'm just like, damn. Like, it's just like you literally, I don't know. It just fooled everyone. And
yeah, well, it's just like, you gotta, no, it's true. Elliot's whole message and thought process is truly, he wants to make the place, world a better place. Mm-hmm. That's the truth.
Sadly, he got used, though.
But that's the point, is that there's always going to be other people who are higher than you, and they're going to, and that's where Lenny is just like, this is the reality.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's 71 buildings. Like, if that really happened in America, like, I wonder what would happen.
People would still be partying.
Exactly.
I mean, 9/11 happened, and there's people who don't care. Or
that one was so shocking in the time of it. Yeah. Now we don't care. But
no, I guarantee you, during 9/11, or even that night, there were people having a frat party, or people doing what
I could
people
see
are that insensitive. Like,
it's just the reality of humanity. Is everyone is selfish, and everyone is about themselves, and that's just how we're taught to be. Yeah. So it's like,
which shows you, it's funny with the difference or the I can't say it, juxtaposition of Elliot and Mr. Robot, because here you have one side that is all about me, I'm hubris, I'm the master plan, I'm the architect, I'm the one who knocks.
Yeah.
And then you got the one who's like, no, I care about humanity.
Yeah.
Gotta say, like, this, it's just so interesting that that's the battle in his body or in his mind still. And it's representing humanity as well, like the good and then the selfishness or the it's me, I'm in charge thing. But I'm hoping Elliot and Dom. I don't know if she's gonna like step away from the force after this, because it's like what you were saying, she knows that she's like
right.
She's right, and she knows it, and like she knows about White Rose, but all of her uppers are just like, nope, this is it. We're done.
You gotta go through those steps.
She might, I don't know if she's gonna stay at the FBI.
Well, it'll be interesting because she's her character is just interesting.
Yeah.
She's that, I care about justice and I care, but she's realizing
she has no power.
She has no power. And and like in these in the FBI or in the CIA or in the police force, there's so much corruption. There is. So it's just like, it's obviously the way our laws are. Yeah. You can't just punish her. Obviously, you can't just take. I'm the Crime Stopper. I'm going to of this neighborhood.
I mean, you could just burn off your fingertips.
Yeah, you could. You're not wrong.
Plan your own death. And then you can just crusade around in your giant truck called the Punisher and just I don't know. I'm hopeful for Dom.
Yeah, I'm worried she'll die. Just like she'll have all the truth and then just die. But it's Darlene is still like in the middle. That's there, true. Like Darlene and Dom.
I don't know about Angela. Angela, I don't know about that. I feel like Angela's gonna spiral down unless someone like.
Yeah. I don't. And the fact that they've been manipulating Angela this whole time, so it's like White Rose actually doesn't care. Yeah. It's like no. I'm giving you this much time of my time to you, so I can control you, and everything's gonna be okay. I understand. We have the same ideology and thought process. You can trust me.
Never mind. She's too unstable. Because I was like, what if Filbert? Sorry.
Or Philip. I guess it's Philip.
Oh. Phil. What if he makes Angela the next? But she's unstable right now, so I don't know if that would actually work. But it just seems because I feel like White Rose is the kind of bitch, which I love, who's like, ooh, you got a wound, let me pour some salt in it. So like making Angela like usurp him pretty much and take over, and then she can control Angela. I mean, that's just such a far-fetched idea, but it would be interesting.
Philip is angry.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see, because now he's sort of desperate.
Yeah.
So he could go and try to use Angela or talk to Angela
and help.
Yeah. They could work together or something.
Who knows? Yeah.
It just, and then his plant that we saw, that big
plant. Yeah. I guess White Rose's plant. Yeah.
Yeah. And now it's somewhere in Africa.
They're gonna move
Congo,
it to the Congo.
So it's good. Like everything worked out for them.
Which I don't know plants that well.
Me neither.
So it's like, is it like a nuclear plant?
Yeah, it's it sort of. It looked like a reactor or something.
But it
probably is nuclear.
It's just so.
Yeah, it's just.
And it radiates and it creates energy, so they can just I don't know. They just needed some. They needed some land.
They needed land, and so they can continue their illegal activities in private.
Why would you do it in America?
Yeah. That's why they're doing it in Congo. I know. Why do they start in America?
Why not keep it in China? China's so big.
Yeah,
it's so vast. Then it's bigger than the Congo.
But there's more space, at least in the Congo. There's so many people in China. It's all stacked.
Yeah.
Unless you're living in the village.
They probably don't want to hurt their own people too.
Yeah.
If something was to happen to the reactor.
Well, who knows? Maybe. Yeah. Probably for that perspective.
Chernobyl.
I don't want to hurt my.
Yeah. Well, we're not. You don't shit where you eat. No, never mind. That's the wrong terminology. But you don't do the drugs outside. Make the drugs outside your house. You take it somewhere. You take it into the desert.
Right.
So that kind of thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
But it is interesting because America, you would. I feel like there might be a better place to have done it.
You know, I don't
know.
It blows my mind that they would put it there. I don't know. Maybe there was a deal like that was their only option. But if I was like White Rose, I'd like go to Russia.
It seems like, and I could be wrong about this, but the plant was that's basically the whole Angela situation. The connection is that whatever they've been working on is the stuff that killed their parents. I think is what I'm because he was like, you're supposed to, you know, because Angela had that lawsuit. She wanted to, you know, go into suing. And
with the mom and Elliot's dad.
So I feel
it
like
must have been for the reactor.
White Rose is actually the responsible party, and that's why their parents are dead, and it's not really.
Sense. It's not really E-Corp. I mean, it is, but it's really the top.
There's always some. There's always,
E-Corp was running it, but White Rose was like financing it.
It's Squid Game. There's a level. Everyone's here. Yeah, I know.
Let's go. Let's get into it.
Damn, this show is so stressful.
But it's so freaking good. Like, I'm so sad to see these people die, but at the same time, I'm like, for the story, I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, well, for the,
this is delicious.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, God.
And then I need to figure out that black man.
Joey Badass.
Ooh, Joey Bad. Oh, that's Omar Metwally. That's the FBI guy.
Oh.
He's actually very, very handsome. I mean, he's handsome in the show, but he's
just a piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
So it's hard to feel attractive.
You're a good actor.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that's it.
That is it. Oh, I mean, this show is good because it brings up these conversations, and it's funny. You can talk about this at any point in time, and it's relatable.
Still relevant.
Yeah.
All
but
right.
I think that's all.
That's all, folks.
We'll be back next week. Thanks so much for watching with us. We'll see you soon.
Bye
everyone.